What's up, everybody? I'm Greg Miller, and this is the king of Twitch, Alfredo Diaz. Alfredo.
Yeah.
You and I both were really big into this Destiny.
Yeah.
Then we hit level 20 and the game ended. Turns out that's level cap, you can't do anything else.
Nope.
That's not true at all.
That's
There's a
not
whole bunch
true
of
at
stuff
all.
to do. We're here to talk about what happens after level 20. What level are you right now?
Which character?
Oh, look at he's got an answer for everything. Your main. What's your highest level character right now?
27.
Oh man,
it's
see,
a
I'm
struggle
lowly,
though. It's a struggle.
Oh yeah, I'm a lowly level 23. I think I just hit.
That's still pretty solid.
It's solid, but it's still like hours and hours of work to get there.
Yes, indeed.
So explain it for somebody who's right now, they're middling around, they're in the teens, they're excited to hit 20. What happens when we hit 20?
You hit 20, you start to use shaders, which is awesome because
finally you can make your character not look like a hobo.
that's what I'm saying. Like the color
my.
combinations with the different gears, and then it's like finally I can use these level like 20 shaders.
Yeah.
Awesome. My character looks even more badass.
You can say badass.
What?
Whatever.
Yes. So then you get that right, and then you start to realize like, oh, all these like stores with these awesome pieces of legendary gear. Like I could start buying. Well, I was a hunter, so I was like, I could buy a cape to start leveling up this faction to get their pieces of like to start eventually buy their pieces of legendary gear. So you start getting into like a whole different part of the game.
That's when the minutia really sets in, where you have vendors, who are selling things that you have to do this to get that way. Then you're picking up loot, and you're like, this is great loot, but it's not giving me enough light. I need light.
Exactly. Once you hit level 20, it's like, how do you get to a higher level? Because really the cap is really 30 right now.
Right.
And it's like, well, you get these gear, you get rare gear that has light attached to it, and then that light will boost you. You get enough light on you, and that'll boost you past, 20.
Basically, it's another XP bar to fill in. Your real XP bar disappears. It's gone. You've hit 20, and that's why people originally thought 20 was the cap.
Yep.
But then you start playing, and you start seeing a separate section now where your light's building and how close you are to your next level. Yeah.
And then you start playing stuff from like, for me, for instance, I know some people who did strikes and they try to get drops from there. I play a lot of the Crucible, then I would get like random like engrams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Never legendary.
It's okay.
Never.
Don't worry. You don't have to worry about it.
Legendary.
You can shake it off. Engrams, there's some problems. They need to iron out some of the engram stuff. I'm farming this loot cave day and day night, going up there with my purples, my blues,
that's
nothing.
the thing. Yeah, you see, right? Like you get the rare engrams, you get the legendary engrams, and then you go to the crypt target and you decipher them. It's like, oh, here's this like common cape, and it's what?
Yeah. What is this all about? The struggle's real.
It's a struggle.
Yeah. So how are you right now continuing to go? Because now you're up so high that you've got to chip away.
So it gets to the point where like all that. So you get to a point where like all this rare gear has a certain amount of light.
Yeah.
And then you hit like a wall, and then when you hit that wall, it's like, okay, I need legendary gear because the legendary gear has a higher cap in terms of light. I think rare caps out like 15, something like that.
Okay.
And then legendary caps out even higher. So it's like, oh no, like I need to start really, either getting these legendary drops or going to that little side marketplace and
black market over
the black
there.
market, Xur, start buying stuff from him, or start buying, hopefully by then you've, leveled up a faction and you got enough points or whatever, so you can actually start buying legendary gear.
Yeah.
That's the way I did it. I was like, I'm done with these drops.
You're done with this.
Do it.
You don't want the random anymore. You want to control your own fate.
Exactly. So then after that, it's like, okay, I got my legendary gear. I'm leveling that up, and then leveling up legendary gear is a struggle too.
Yeah.
Right? You'll see that.
Thank you.
Eventually.
Thanks for again pointing out that I'm not there.
As
if I had to be next to this Adonis any longer. It physically looks better than me.
It's just tears, Greg. Tears.
Yeah.
Because eventually you start having gear needs ascendant shards, and those are hard to find. And it's the struggle.
So here's what I want to know. The final question for everybody watching out there. We keep talking about the struggle and the grind. Do you still like it? Do you still like Destiny? Are you still having some fun with this game?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the type of thing where like I'm getting to the point where other games will come out, but I will still revisit back and like, okay, like, because like you can play the Crucible and you get points, but then there's like a weekly cap for like getting points from the Crucible or strike missions, stuff like that. So Destiny will become the kind of thing for me. I'm still having fun.
Yeah, good.
To answer that, but Destiny will be the kind of thing where I'll come back, for a couple times a week, level that up, cap that out for the week, and then be like, all right, we'll move on. And then there's the raid, which you'll eventually experience.
Yeah, I don't even know if I want to right now. It took you 3 hours to beat it?
Fun.
I talked to somebody earlier who said it took him 12 cumulative hours to beat it?
3 hours,
Jeez
it took me with an
Louise.
organized squad. But I mean, it's a whole different experience.
All right.
And it's just, you'll get there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of Destiny once you hit level 20? Let us know in the comments. And then make sure you share this video with your friends. And then keep coming back to IGN for everything you need to know about Destiny from this guy.